friends! Today we're going to talk about New Year's resolutions. So a lot of times people say no to New Year's resolutions. I'm just gonna still say yes though, but with some caveats. So a lot of times New Year's resolutions don't go particularly well for a couple reasons that I can think of. There's probably more reasons. So one is that they're too vague. So if you're like, hey, 2021, yo, in real time, I'm gonna be healthier. Well, what does that mean? I mean, that could mean you eat like a lettuce leaf once a week when you ate no lettuce before. Technically, that might make you healthier somehow, and then boom, you're good to go. So being too vague without specific action points, not so great. Another reason, numero dos, is that it might be too hard. It might be too much to put on your plate. And it'll be something that requires a lot of willpower, and we generally only have so much willpower. It usually fizzles and dies unless we have made it into a habit, or we have like such a strong conviction or like reason or why behind what we're doing to just keep going. So what I'm going to be doing with my New Year's resolutions is having stuff that's specific and working on making it a habit so that it is easier to do and having it not be a huge change for my life. So this month, what I'm going to be doing is a Whole30. So that is, it's like a food reset plan that helps you figure out what foods are best for you. So it cuts out everything that's commonly allergenic or inflammatory, and mostly leaves like nuts, seeds, meat, fruits, and veggies. It kind of cuts out pretty much everything else. And I've sort of done this before, but I kind of cheated. Like the first one, I found out there was sugar in my garlic salt. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Because I was sticking with the plan wonderfully, amazingly, doing a great job. And then one day I just happened to look and I'm like, Lowry's, you are letting me down. You are tricking me. Garlic salt should have garlic and salt in it, not garlic, salt, and sugar, and whatever anti-caking agent, maybe parsley. That's fine. But knock it off with the sugar and your garlic salt. I swear to... Yeah, and then I had some peas, which I was like, oh, peas are fine, but back then they were not. Now peas are fine, I guess. And I was just like, whatever, because if you mess up, you're supposed to start over. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. And then the second time I tried to do a Whole30, I had a Zevia, which is stevia sweetened pop, and I like, without even thinking, just got a can, popped it open, took a big swig, and it's like, this is nice and sweet, and crap. And then I missed my stevia and my monk fruit, which are dear friends of mine, and I was like, whatever, I'm gonna just do this with my stevia and monk fruit. I'm just gonna break that rule, because I don't care. So that was like even more of a, I'm not gonna say failure, but I wasn't being 100% compliant. And even this time, it's day one, I'm not 100% compliant because I had my vitamin D pills or whatever, because I have maltodextrin, and I tried like Googling it. I'm like, it's gotta be okay to have like supplements, and then some things are like, don't have supplements. I'm like, I live in Minnesota. I am going to have my vitamin D. I'm not going to dig around and go out, try to find ones that don't have maltodextrin or whatever, and then it's like 2 little pills. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so salty about this, or why I'm rambling about this in particular. So the reason why I am doing Whole30 this month is because I might have a small problem with the snacking. Don't tell anyone. Because throughout my healthy eating journey, I have found out that food makes such a huge difference in how you feel. And so I know for me, sugar sends me to absolute crazy town. I cannot think straight. I am just a complete psycho on sugar. Just anxiety, depression, really bad immune system, all sorts of bad. So sugar is like, cut it down to a way minimum. I eat like really dark chocolate. That's pretty much where any of my sugar comes from. Everything else is like, no sugar. But I'll do this like peanut butter thing. Well, I mix in some like monk fruit sweetener and some other stuff. And I'll eat that. There's no sugar in it. But it's like a lot of peanut butter, and I don't need that. Got, you know, there's a little flub here and there, you know, and I don't need that. You know, I could probably cut out the massive amounts of peanut butter that I eat a day. And another thing is chips. I do a lot of the cassava chips. That's our problem. And it's not just like, oh, here's one little serving. Now it's like 4 or 5 servings in one go. And I'm like, that's not great. That's not, you know, like these are both things that aren't the most nutrient dense. Like I could be eating something that serves me better. But neither of these things make my body feel gross. So I was just eating too much of them. And I was like, I just need a challenge to just bam, just right in the kisser, you know, and just knock them out. KO or something. I don't know. So that's why I'm doing this Whole30, is to help with the snacking. And I'm hoping to figure out way better moderation when all of this is over. So, I mean, this one I was talking about taking on goals that are a bit big. Whole30, it is big. The person who founded it, Melissa Hartwig? She changed her name. I don't remember. Melissa says that you are... Oh, that it's not hard. Sorry. Totally lost my train of thought there for a moment. And she's like, oh, it's not hard. And I'm like, but, oh, it is. Because of how much you have to think about every single thing you're putting into your body. Because I am already fairly aware of what I eat. I mean, I have done weird diets for many years because I was vegan and I was paleo and I was keto. And my dog is humping my cat. It's a zoo. It's a zoo. So I'm like used to looking at ingredients and stuff, but still it's one of those things where, you know, you go out to eat and you're just like, I can't eat anything for the most part. Like you can do salads, but you don't know what's in their marinades. It is, I don't know, I'm just going to say that it is hard, that it is difficult. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the challenge. I know it's something that I am up to. So that's another thing. If you pick a goal, make sure you're passionate about it. You know, you really know the whys. Because I want to get better about the not snacking thing. Like, I am so much healthier than I used to be. And compared to, like, the average American diet, how I eat is really quite healthy. Because it's veggies and pasture-raised meat and a little bit of fruit. And, like, for the most part, it is quite healthy. Very, 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 very low sugar. But, again, just a lot of snacks. I don't want to be the person who's snacking on stuff all the time. It's not what I want. So that's what I'm doing this month. And if you want to try something, if there's something that you think would be a huge benefit to you and it's not going to hugely disrupt your life, and you have very specific action points, because Whole30 is very specific. I know exactly what to eat or not eat. So that's helpful. So I say go for it. If you have a dream in your heart, and I'm not sure what my next months of 2021 will be, but I'll figure it out at the end of this month. I'll kind of see what's my next challenge, what's gonna help me be the best me. So yeah, come join me if you would like. If you want to do a Whole30, why not? I definitely suggest it to anyone and everyone, because I think we vastly underestimate how much food impacts us. So it's incredibly eye-opening, even if you've already done one. Maybe do one again, see how it goes. Maybe you can be 100% compliant and do it as you're supposed to, unlike me with my vitamin D. So anyway, thank you for listening. If you're watching this around the time it comes out, happy 2021. I hope it's amazing for you. You can always do the liking and commenting and subscribing and check out my books. And yeah, okay. Love you. Bye bye.